Hello, this is Paul, and welcome to my wood shop. You all saw a video on my POC Smart Station, and you asked for a little more information on my crosscut sled and my fence. And we'll start with my fence. I am using the DeWalt contractor saw, and I built this auxiliary fence to give it a little more support on infeed. Also can add some accessories. As you saw before, I have 10-inch jig I built. I'll show you that. Okay, here's the fence. It's about 42 inches long. It just easily lifts off and on of the stock DeWalt fence. As you can see, I built stops on either end to keep it aligned. It's fully adjustable, slides in and out. So this infeed is also very useful in supporting my crosscut sled, as I'll show you in a minute. So this is my crosscut sled. It supports off my fence infeed and also off of my support for my chop saw. It makes it very nice, as I don't have to hold it here off the front edge of the table. I've also built a zero clearance insert into the crosscut sled. It's removable and replaceable, so I can use it for a 45 or a 90. It also has a cross pattern on 96 millimeters for clamping. So any product or wood I'm running through the saw on the crosscut jig, I can clamp either direction. I also built a adjustable flip stop for repeatability. I can move it anywhere, put my product in it, clamp it, cut it, and move on. So the few more accessories for the crosscut sled. I built a 45-degree angle for cutting miters in here. Put in here and run them through. This also has the micro jig system, so I can face clamp my boards down here. And I also have a fence. So a fence that I can clamp down to the micro jig slots and adjust the angle to anything I want. Let's see if we can show you the sled in action. When I turn on the saw, the dust collection will come on. I need to select which port I'm using on my dust collection. So this was all straightened and squared using the 5-cut method. You can find that on YouTube to square your fence with your sled. This sits in here and slides, so I can adjust the fence to where I need it and cut tenons. So I've also built some accessories for my fence. Here is my mortise and tensioning jig. Fits on my fence, slides. So if I was going to cut a mortise or a tenon, I can set it up. So it's just designed to fit and slide along the top of the fence rail. And this is adjustable for your saw height. So here it is with some accessories on it. I think I have one more thing to show you after this though. Or maybe two. Okay, so I'll share a couple other accessories that I've made for my auxiliary fence, as promised. So I've made some feather boards. These are made out of some PVC trim. I find that it makes the feathers really flexible and nice, seems to work well. That's what I use this T-slot that I've routed into the fence for. It just slides in here. Adjust it to the height of your board, tighten it down, run your board through it. Holds your product tight against your fence, tight against your tabletop. I also made one that fits in the miter tracks, and this helps hold your board tight against the fence this way. So I've also made an L fence, which I just heard about recently. This also fits into the T-track. And what this does, it elevates your fence so you can set it above your saw blade. So it's above your saw blade. Now you can cut a board under your saw blade and use the side of the L fence as a guide. For example, if we're going to cut this board, if it had a rough edge, we want to cut it straight, we can set it down and prep it with a guide board, double stick tape on our board, stick this on top, and just run it through our L fence and trim it off flush. So those are the other two accessories I've made for my auxiliary fence. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day.